Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Barcelona have given another emphatic performance at the home of Girona. They have gone and they have won 4-1. So let's get right into it and talk about the game. I mean, what a game that was. In my prediction, I thought this was going to be the first game where Barcelona might draw points. Girona have been really good in their last two games. It looked like this could like they had made a turnaround after the first two games where they did not really perform to the expectations that their fans would have after last season. In the last two games, they had scored 6 times without conceding, so it sort of looked like they had made a sort of a comeback. But today, again, they were nowhere to be seen, to be very honest with you. Barcelona, I mean, they are so good. The start of the season that they are having, it's unbelievable. I'll be very honest, I'll be the first one to admit I did not think that they were going to have such a good season. I thought they were going to struggle. I did not think that the score that they had could match up to Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. I thought it was just going to be a two-horse race between the Madrid clubs, and Barca would finish third, but they have completely proven me wrong, to be very honest with you. The way they are playing, I said that in my last review as well after match day 4, and I will say this as well, like they are playing with so much freedom. It feels like they are enjoying they're enjoying playing football, which was not the case last season. It felt like they were enjoying football in Xavi's first season, to be very honest with you, but last season I don't know what was happening at that club between Xavi and the players and the board and all that. It felt like Barcelona, the players were not really up for it for most of the games last season, but this year, the way they have started, like every game, it just feels like they are having fun, even in situations where they are behind, or they have to get back into the games. Like for example, the Rayo game where they went 1-0 down, and they always struggle at that stadium, but the calmness and the composure that they showed in that game, it was if it had been last year, I am pretty sure they would have not won that game. But this year it is like they something has has been blown into their bodies and their minds. They have been opened up. There's a completely different side of Barcelona this year. Hansi Flick has come in, and he has completely changed the entire score, to be very honest with you. The way that he wants to play, the players have went to it quite quickly. They really want to fight for him. It shows he has the respect of the squad, of the team. Like they are really behind him, and his ideas are well received by the players, and you are seeing the results on the field today. I mean, it quite easily could have been more than a 4-1. The way that Barcelona were playing, they really played Girona off the field, to be very honest with you. They were really good, and basically Girona showed themselves in the foot as well. For the first goal, it's a mistake by their defender, and Lamine Yamal is so quick to get the ball, and he scores that first goal, and then within a minute, the moment the game starts, they scored the second goal as well. I mean, what a player this kid is. I said this, like, I did not have a channel last year, but everybody was talking about him. Then I used to say the same thing in the Euros, and now he's starting the season as well. Like he keeps getting better and better as the time goes by, and we keep on forgetting sometimes that this kid is just 17 years old. Like he's almost 15 years younger than me, and the way this guy plays, it's just out of this world. Such a great talent, and the way he performs, like it's the head on this guy, it's so good, so calm every time. Like a lot of players could have easily, especially for that second goal, they could have messed it up, and they could have shot wide and whatnot, but he so calmly places it and scores that second goal, and that basically killed the game, because Girona were never really in the game. Even before that, it was all Barcelona, and at the moment they get the first goal and the second goal, it was done and dusted for Girona. They had a chance to make a comeback after going 2-0 down, and then Ter Stegen. That shows how the complete team are, how everybody in that team is performing. Barcelona, Ter Stegen makes a great save from Stuani, I think, and that keeps them the game. They get a penalty from that, the referee points to the penalty. VR denies that penalty, but I think that was the chance. If Girona score at that time, it becomes 2-1, and then the game could have could have been played differently, but they did not score. They go into the second half at 2-0. We come back, and within the first minute of the second half, Dani Olmo comes in and he scores. It's his third goal of the season already, and I mean, if there is one person who would be very happy with the way Dani Olmo is playing, I don't think Dani Olmo would be so so much happy than that is Laporta. Like he would be in his home just smiling and dancing, because so many of Barca fans were not really happy with that signing, but he wanted to spend that money on him. And the way Olmo is playing, like he would be really happy that the money he has spent, they have spent a good amount of money. After last year they did not spend that much money a year before as well. So this is like their first big signing and first major investment, and the way he has returned till now, it has been really good for them. Lewandowski, he finished tries to score the fourth, he does not, and then Pedri is the one, he scores the fourth goal. Girona got one back, but I don't really think it mattered at the moment. The game was done. Strani gets the goal, and it is a 4-1 for Barcelona in that game, and another convincing performance. They keep getting better week after week, and if that continues to happen, like at the both Real Madrid won, they would be very happy that they won last night because of how Barcelona are playing. It's like if they any of those Madrid clubs lose more points, I think it will be very hard for them to catch Barcelona, because it's not looking like anybody can stop Barca at the moment. 5 wins in 5 games, undefeated, and barely anybody has come close to defeating them. I think the only tough game they had was away at Rayo. Apart from that, Barcelona have been breathtaking, to be very honest with you, and they are looking really good for that La Liga title. Girona, on the other hand, as I said in the beginning, they had a dull start to the season. They lost, they draw, and then the last 2 games, it felt like the Girona are back. As I said, they scored 6 goals in 2 games, 4-0, 2-0. They did not concede. They were looking really good, and I thought that with the way they had played last 2 games, I thought it was going to be a good game, a tough game, a close game, but it was nothing like that. I went for a 2-2 draw. I really thought Girona could, be the first team that stops Barcelona from getting the win, but they were never really in the game, to be very honest with you. They did not have the possession. Barcelona, of course, you are playing against Barcelona, you have to sit back and try to hit them on the counter. They created a couple of good chances, but not really. That Ter Stegen save is like the only one that can come that comes into my mind, and I can say that was the one where they could have scored and gotten back into the game, but they did not, and that basically was it for them. And the way that they conceded the goals, like the first 2 goals, like so bad. It was schoolboy defending, and again the third one also, like it basically from a kickoff it became a goal in the first minute of the second half. I don't know what their defenders were doing. It was a really bad performance as a defensive unit from Girona side. Yeah, considering 4 goals is anyway is a bad performance, but the way that they conceded, like it was a really bad, and I think they would be very disappointed that the momentum that they had before the international break is completely gone now. You lose 4-1 at your home against any team. It's like a big blow to you, and I think their hopes of staying in that top half of the table, it's another setback for them, and they need to now again regroup and buckle up and try to focus in. Now there's the Champions League week as well, and forget about the Barca game, and after the Champions League games, it's again for the league games next week. I said that they are going to struggle with this Champions League 3 games in the week. They are going to have like the first real test for Girona this weekend. This week, like they played Barca, they are going to play in the Champions League. Then next week again we're going to see how they cope. Their score is not that strong enough already, and with now Champions League coming into play, I think Girona struggle is, to be very honest, it's really starting right now. We're going to see how they cope with it. On the day, they were not really up for it. They were no match for a Barca team who are looking on another level right now, and all the Barca fans should be really happy. And I think my prediction might be wrong. I think the way they are playing, it's looking really hard for anybody to stop them, and we'll see until the El Clasico or the game against Atleti. I think those are the games that basically are going to decide that, because I really don't see any other team stopping Barcelona at the moment. I don't even see Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid stopping them. Barcelona are looking superb, phenomenal performance, another one from them. And winning is one thing. I always say winning is one thing, but the way they are playing, it's just on to another level. So yeah, it's looking really good for them, and really bad for everybody in the league. So yeah, that is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of the game, of Barcelona's performance, or the Barca fans. How much are you excited about the way that your team is playing, and do you think you could go ahead and challenge for the title? Let me know in the comment section below what you think about your team's chance performances, and are you really happy about it, or do you think it is gonna be a tough season as Madrid, Madrid's players start to gel together and they start to perform? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 300 subscribers before the month of September ends. We are like 100 plus subscribers still remaining with less than 15 days, so it's quite a big task. Let's hope we are able to achieve it. And that's it for me in this video. Until next time, bye bye.